Hi, I'm going to talk about 7 disappointments with you that I remember from my childhood days, from the times when I was trying to learn how to speak properly in English. I know that there is this huge fear that is right there in your heart, residing there from a very long time, which is not making you able to speak proper English, not making you properly practice. And that is why you need to watch this video right till the end to find out all the times that I was also laughed at. I'm a very sensitive person and everything that I hear about myself affects me. And for that matter, even some comments that I receive on my videos affect me deeply. Okay, I'm still learning how to avoid taking impact of those things on my heart. I'm learning that. Okay, so when these things happened with me that I'm going to talk about with you today, they really affected me at that time. Okay, at that time they were important to me. In today's times, they may be important only because they were constructive in pushing me forward. For that matter, I may say that yeah, they were important to me. But otherwise, if you say that I am still negatively influenced with them or they were a hindrance in my progress, no, that did not happen. And that is why I'm going to shoot this video in a very positive stride. Okay, because I know a lot of you are watching this to derive some kind of a motivation from whatever you're watching right now. And I don't want to be a negative influence in your life, because I want you to know one thing: no matter who laughs at you, and no matter who mocks you, who laughs at your English, your personality, your communication skills, whoever does that to you, there is this one person, okay, one person who believes in your efforts. And that is why you're never going to give up. That is a promise that you've made to me, and you have to continue with that promise. Had I stopped right then, would I ever come into this position where I'm helping others with their speaking skills? No, I would have never arrived at this position. So that is why I want you to remember that whatever I'm going to talk with you today is just a little hint about the fact that it has happened with everybody. Everybody has gone through it, and that is why you are also going through it. You're not going to stop. No matter what, you're not going to stop. That is what my lesson is from this video. Now you may begin watching the points. And there is one more thing that I want you to know before I proceed. Going to a good school does not ensure good English. But yes, it definitely facilitates. It definitely helps if you are willing to learn. Okay, so again, everything is on you. The first incident is from the time when I was speaking to a very good friend of mine. I said, I didn't told her. That is what I said. And if you know, it's not supposed to be didn't told, it's supposed to be didn't tell. You never use a past tense with did. Okay, so did not tell, did not speak, did not eat. That is how it is supposed to be. But I did not know that. Okay, so I did not know that. We were talking about something and I said I didn't told her. And God, she really broke my heart. She made fun of me. Alina, tujhe itna bhi nahi pata. That is what she did to me. I was a little girl. It really felt bad because she was a very good friend of mine and she still is. It's just that I think she doesn't watch my videos, so I'm comfortable talking about her. When I sat down to write these points in my diary, I could finish them within 5 minutes. See? So much I wrote in 5 minutes because I still remember each one of them distinctly in my heart. And that is because I felt them too deeply. Then there is this one incident from the time when I was in class 8th. I remember class 8th. Very distinctly remember it. There was this teacher of mine. I wanted to go to the washroom. I was obviously class 8 child is a little child, right? I went up to her and I asked her permission to go to washroom. But somehow I did not use proper English and I messed up the sentence. I mean, except for a few words like go and washroom, I think nothing else made sense. And I remember she turned to another teacher who was sitting next to her, beside her, and then she laughed, looking at me, making this hand gesture. Like, look at her, what she's talking. Look at her, she cannot even speak that. She cannot even ask for a proper permission. That is what she said to the teacher sitting next to her. I still remember it felt so bad. So bad. I mean, being a teacher, how can you make fun of a student? I think that is one thing that I learned that day. I'm a teacher myself now. I have never, I swear on my God, I have never ever laughed at a student. No matter how horrendous mistake they've made, no matter how big a mistake they've made, I never make fun of them, because children have a heart of feather. I don't know how to describe how weak it is. You can't break it. They look up to you. You're supposed to be guiding them, not making fun of them. If I find one of them, I would just say to them, look at me. Look what I've made of myself. Who are you to judge me? Who were you to ever judge me? I wish I could say that to them. Okay. Point number 3 is a silly, stupid incident. I remember I wanted to go to washroom again. I don't know how. Okay, don't carry this image about me that she's always going to washroom. But somebody mentioned to me that there's the loo. Loo. You know, washroom is also called loo. At that time, I did not know what a loo is. And I asked. And again, I was mocked at. Then one more incident I remember is calling bald bold. जिनके बाल नहीं होते, people who do not have hair on their head, they are supposed to be called bald. But I referred to it as bold. And again, it called for a huge laughter. Then there was this one incident where I called J.K. Rowling. I mentioned to her as J.K. Rowling. I did not know it's supposed to be Rowling. And again, लोगों को तो मौका चाहिए. If there is OW before L, it's supposed to be owl. It's not supposed to be owl. So it's not supposed to be rolling, it's supposed to be rowling. Learned it that way, the hard way. I remember each of those people who made fun of me. And this was my cousin. We were going to a wedding and we were traveling in a bus. I asked somebody to move their legs, and instead, because I wanted to climb next to him or her, I don't remember what happened, but I wanted them to move their legs. And instead of saying move your legs, I said remove your legs. That is funny. I do agree. I would have laughed myself, but the way she embarrassed me in front of some 50-60 people who were sitting in the bus, she terribly made noise about it. Oh, look at her, what she's talking. That is what she did, and it was quite embarrassing because I also had a boy in that bus whom I had a crush on. I really did not want him to laugh at me at that moment. It gets very embarrassing when you are insulted in front of somebody you like. So it was a crush. Just a passing crush. Trust me, nothing happened. And then there is one incident where I wish I could have been right and not wrong. I wish I could just redo it all over again. I was just trying to understand an equation in somebody's register, and my class monitress, she started shouting at me. She wanted me to go back to my seat because I was standing and looking at the equation. And my class monitress, she started shouting at me. She wanted me to go back to my seat. And I remember I shouted back. I asked her to step back and told her that I'm watching the equation. Watching, that's the word I used. Watching is different from looking. She repeated that sentence back. Watching the equation. She mentioned it loudly in the class, and there were some 50 girls. I am from a girls' school. There were some 45-50 girls in the class. Everybody started to laugh at me. They burst out laughing. I remember I could still gather my courage and stand up and say, what's wrong with the words that I used? You tell me, did I say something wrong? I fought back. But in my heart, I knew that there's something wrong with it. I wasn't really sure about what was wrong. I did know that watching is not supposed to be placed there. That I knew. I've covered everything. Okay. These were a few instances to just give you this feeling that it happens with everybody. It will happen with you as well. Do not worry, no matter it happened with me, no matter it happened with everyone else, today I'm right here in front of you speaking proper English. So why not you start your journey right away, start doing the things that I tell you, and start updating your progress in the tracker that I have given you. I'm going to place the link. Go do your exercise for the next 30 days. Keep updating your progress. Whatever you're doing every day, keep updating the tracker. Probably we can squeeze in one more homework for you. How about you tell me, out of the 4 things, reading, writing, listening, speaking. I'll repeat that. Reading, writing, listening, speaking. Which of these 4 is your most favorite, and which of these 4 you hate doing the most? Tell me on the comments. I'll read your comments and I will provide you with my inputs. That is it from me today. I thank you for your patience. If you can give this video a like and hit subscribe, I will really appreciate. Thank you very much. Bye. I'll see you again. Take care.